Good day everyone. Allow me to introduce to you my topic about managing employee benefits and services. Under managing employee benefits and services, we have compensation. Compensation, the purpose of the compensation is to attract, motivate, and to maintain employees. Under compensation, we have direct compensation and indirect compensation. So accordingly, direct compensation refers to incentives and profit sharing. This is for pay for performance, and compensation management includes wages and salaries. Indirect compensation includes security, safety, and health. These are all legally mandated benefits. We have also benefits and services or fringe benefits. Benefits and services are called indirect compensation and are also known as fringe benefits and perks. Perk services are something in addition to the payment like car fuel and free parking, clothing, and educational supports, whereas fringe benefit means something extra, such as vacation time that is given by an employer to workers in addition to their regular pay. Such benefits and services are used to persuade, to motivate, and or to retain employees and are not linked with the employee's performance. Example, stimulating them to greater effort and higher performance. Definition of benefits and services. Employee benefits in general, indirect and non-cash or sometimes in-cash, compensation paid by an employer to employees in addition to their regular pay. Benefits tends to be necessities for many people. Some benefits are mandated by law, such as SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. Others vary from firm to firm or industry to industry. Employee services. According to the Employee Services Management Association, employee services encompasses recreation programs, community services, recognition programs, event planning, child care or elder care services, convenience services, and travel offerings. Employee services can include anything an employer deems necessary to provide as a perk for employees. No real limit exists as to what can be included as an employee service. Employee services are more of convenience than a true benefit. Although employee services might be considered a benefit, they are usually optional and not necessarily what job seekers first look for when conducting a job hunt. Objectives of benefit programs. The main objective is to attract, recruit, and to retain employees. So the objective of benefit programs are to improve morale, to meet health and safety needs, to attract good employees, to reduce turnover, to maintain a competitive position, and to enhance the organization's image. Types of benefits, we have insurance benefits, health benefits and services, security benefits, time off benefits, work scheduling benefits, retirement benefits, and disability benefits. Let us now move on to mandatory government benefits and contributions covered by the Philippine Labor Code. First, we have the Social Security System or SSS contributions. Republic Act number 8282 or otherwise known as the Social Security Act of 1997. The Social Security System is aimed at providing protection for the SSS member against socially recognized hazard conditions such as sickness, disability, maternity, old age, and death, or other such contingencies not stated but resulted in loss of income or results to financial burden. The employee and his/her employers are to contribute for the Social Security benefits of the said employee in accordance to a given schedule by the Philippine Social Security System. And number 2, contribution to National Health Insurance Program or NHIP. The employee and his/her employers are to contribute to the medical insurance of the said employee in accordance to Republic Act 7835 on Medicare program which is administered by the Philippine Health Corporation or PhilHealth. Monthly employee contribution depends on the employee's monthly salary. The monthly schedule is provided by the PhilHealth. Philippine Premium Contribution 2018. So monthly basic salary times 2.75%, monthly premium, personal share, and employee share. So under monthly basic salary, if you have 10,000 pesos and above as monthly basic salary, your premium is 275 pesos. So personal share and employee share are the same. They have 137.50 pesos. 10,000 pesos is 39,999.99. Your monthly premium is 275.02 to 1,099.99. Personal share and employee share are the same. That is 137.51 to 549.99. 40,000 and above monthly basic salary. Your monthly premium is 1,100 pesos. Your personal share and employee share is about 5,550 pesos. Contribution to Home Development and Mutual Fund or HDMF or mas kilala sa tawag na pag-ibig, Home Development Fund Law of 2009, employers is required to contribute per month not less than 100 pesos to the employee's Home Development and Mutual Fund in accordance to the periodic remittance schedule provided by HDMF. Employers will remit this contribution in addition to that of the employees, which is to be deducted from his or her payroll. Monthly compensation, for example, you have 1,500 pesos and below, your employee share is 1% and employer share is 2%. So over 1,500 pesos as monthly compensation, your employee share and employer share is the same as 2%. The 13-month pay as mandated by the Presidential Decree number 851, the employee shall receive a bonus salary equivalent to 1 month, regardless the nature of his or her employment, not later December 24 of every year. Number 5, you have service incentive leave. Book 3, Chapter 3 of the Labor Code of the Philippines covers the employee benefits for incentive leaves. According to Article 95, an employee who has rendered at least 1 year of service is entitled to a yearly 5-day service incentive leave with pay. Meal and rest periods. Under Article 83, the employee is provided 1 hour employee benefit for regular meals when working on at 8 hours stretch. Employees are also provided adequate rest periods in the morning and afternoon, which shall be counted as hours worked. All these provisions apply in addition to every new employee benefits fairness that are in excess of what is stipulated by the Philippine Labor Code. There are other Philippine employee benefits furnished by the employers and are also covered by the Philippine Labor Code. It will be discussed in the succeeding slides. Let us have the compensability of illness or injury under Employees Compensation Program or ECP. Employees Compensation Program is a government program designed to provide a compensation package to public and private employees or their dependents in the event of work-related sickness, injury, or death. Number 1. Occupational diseases. For an occupational disease and the resulting disability or death to be compensable, all of the following conditions must be satisfied. First, the employee's work and or the working condition must involve rest that caused the development of the illness. Number 2, the disease was contracted as a result of the employee's exposure to described risk. Number 3, the disease was contracted within a period of exposure and under such factors necessary to contract it. And number 4, there was no deliberate act on the part of the employee to disregard the safety measures and ignore established warning or precautions. The increased risk to risk. There is an increased risk if the illness is caused or precipitated by factors inherent in the employee's nature of work and working conditions. It does not include aggravation of a pre-existing illness. To establish compensability of the claim under the increased risk theory, the claimant must show proof of work connection. The degree of proof required varies on a case-to-case basis. Work-related injuries. For the injury in the resulting disability or death to be compensable, the injury must be the result of an accident arising out of and in the course of employment. Number 1, injuries resulting from an accident which happened at the workplace. Next, injuries resulting from an accident which happened while the employee is performing his official functions. Injuries resulting from an accident which happened while going to or coming from the work of place. Injuries resulting from an accident which happened while ministering to personal comfort. Injuries resulting from an accident while the employee is inside the company shuttle bus. And injuries resulting from an accident which occurred during a company-sponsored activity and death of an employee due to assault. Excepting circumstances, no compensation shall be allowed to the employee or his or her dependents in cases when the sickness, injury, disability, or death was occasioned by any of the following. Number 1, intoxication. Intoxication refers to a person's condition in being under the influence of liquor or prohibited drugs to the extent that his acts, words, or conduct is impaired visibly as to prevent him from physically and mentally engaging in the duties of his employment. Number 2, notorious negligence. Notorious negligence is something more than mere or simple negligence. It signifies a deliberate act of the employee to disregard his own safety or ignore established warning or precaution. Number 3, willful intent to injure oneself or another. This contemplates a deliberate intent on the part of the employee to inflict injuries on himself or another. Benefits under ECP. Under Employees Compensation Program, number 1, we have loss of income benefit. Under the ECP, it is the disability or the incapacity to work which is being compensated and not the illness or the injury. We have 3 types. First, temporary total disability, for a disability that prevents an employee from performing his work for a continuous period not exceeding 120 days. The amount of daily income benefit shall be 90% of the employee's average daily salary credit as determined by the system. Number 2, permanent total disability. A monthly income benefit granted for disabilities such as, but not limited to, complete loss of sight of both eyes, loss in function, loss of both limbs, and brain injury resulting to imbecility or insanity. The amount of monthly income benefit for PTD shall be determined by the system based on the average monthly salary credit or average monthly compensation or AMSC or AMC. Number 3, we have permanent partial disability. A monthly income benefit is granted for disabilities that result in physical loss or amputation or function loss of a body part. The number of monthly pensions is based on the corresponding body part loss or function loss as provided under Article 193 of PD number 626 as amended and easy schedule of compensation. Medical services. It includes reimbursement of the cost of medicines for the illness or injury, payment to providers of medical care, hospital care, surgical expenses, and the cost of rehabilitation appliances and supplies. The medical services are limited toward services of hospitals duly accredited by the Department of Health. A. Hospital confinement. The benefit in case of sickness and injury shall not exceed the actual cost of ward services, and accredited hospital equipped with facilities necessary for the treatment or the disease and injury. Letter B, subsequent attendance by an accredited physician. Number 3, medicines. Medicine reimbursement shall be in accordance with the amount prescribed under Republic Act No. 9502, otherwise known as Universally Accessible Cheaper Quality Medicine Act No. 2008. Carrier's allowance. A supplemental pension of 575 pesos per month is provided to pensioners under the ECP who suffer from work-connected PPD and PPD. Number 4, rehabilitation services and kagabay program, katulong at kagabay sa manggagawang may kapansanan. Persons with work-related disabilities or PWRD with an approved EC, PPD, PPD, or PPD are qualified to avail of the benefits and services under the katulong at gabay sa manggagawang may kapansanan or kagabay program. Kagabay program. Under this program, qualified beneficiaries are entitled to A. Physical restoration, provision of physical or occupational therapy services to PWRDs including assistive devices subject to funding limitations. Letter B. Skills training or re-employment. PWRDs can acquire new competencies subject to his or her potential and residual functional capacity. 3. Entrepreneurship training. PWRDs who want to set up their own livelihood undertaking are given the chance to take part in entrepreneurship training. All these benefits and services are provided to qualified PWRDs for free. Incentives for employers hiring persons with disability or PWD. Section 3 of Republic Act No. 7277, otherwise known as the Magna Carta for Disabled Persons. Private entities are entitled to an additional deduction from their gross income, equivalent to 25% of the total amount paid as salaries and wages to disabled persons who meet the required skills or qualifications, either as regular employee, apprentice, or learner. Number 5, under Employees Compensation Program, death benefits. The beneficiaries of the deceased employee are entitled to an income benefit if the employee died as a result of a work-related injury or sickness. The surviving legitimate spouse is entitled to receive income benefit until he or she remarries. Each dependent child not exceeding 5, counted from the youngest and without substitution, shall receive 10% more as dependent's pension. We have also funeral services. An amount of 20,000 pesos may be granted for the private sector upon the death of an employee who died as a result of a work-related accident or disease. Simultaneous granting of EC disability benefits and sick leave benefits for private sector. Simultaneous granting of AC disability benefits and specially benefits for women and the private and public sector. In the event that an employee's gynecological disorders were found to be work-connected, all qualified women employees in the private and in the public sector can still avail of EC disability benefits in addition to special leave benefits under Republic Act No. 9710, otherwise known as Magna Carta for Women. Philippines Benefit Summary. Under the Philippine Labor Code, Presidential Decree No. 442, Terms and Conditions of Employment. Number 1, we have minimum wage. The Wage Rationalization Act, Republic Act No. 6727, sets the minimum wage rates applicable per region, province, and industry sector. Workers that render services for a total of 40 hours per week or 8 hours per day or 5 days per week are entitled to receive at least the daily minimum wage. National Capital Region, the minimum gross basic wage is 512 pesos per day as of October 2017. Number 2, night shift differential. This refers to additional compensation of at least 10% of an employee's applicable wage rate payable to employees, exempt employees who perform work between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. of the following day. Who are these exempt employees? We have government employees, managerial employees, and officers or members of the managerial staff, field personnel, members of the family of the employer who are dependent on him for support, domestic helpers and persons in the personal service of another, employees who are paid by results as determined by the Secretary of the Philippine Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE in appropriate regulations, and house helpers and persons in the personal services of another. Number 3, we have overtime pay. The normal working hours is 8 hours per day. An employee who renders work in excess of 8 hours a day is entitled to overtime pay equivalent to the applicable wage rate plus at least 25% thereof. The overtime rate will vary if the overtime work is rendered on a rest day, regular holiday, or special day. On the rest day, regular or special holiday, 30% of the regular daily salary. Exempt employees are not entitled to such overtime pay. Number 4, we have rest days. Employees exempt employees are entitled to a rest period without pay of not less than 24 consecutive hours for every 6 consecutive normal working days, example Sunday. Work done on rest days is equals to plus 30% of the regular daily compensation. For holidays, unworked regular holiday except exempt employees equals regular daily wage. Work on regular holiday is equals to 200% or double pay. Work on special holiday equals to regular daily pay plus 30%. A rest day plus work on special holiday equals to regular daily pay plus 50%. Solo Parent Leave. Solo Parent Welfare Republic Act Number 8972. Employee must have been working for at least 1 year. 7 working days of leave in a year with pay. Leave due to domestic violence. Leave for women and their children who are victims of violence. Paid leave for up to 10 days, extendable when the necessity arises as specified in the protection order. Retirement Benefits, Section 1, Article 287 of Presidential Decree Number 442, 60 years of age but not beyond 65 and serve for at least 5 years. Benefits equals to 15 days salary plus service incentive leave, cash equivalent plus 13-month pay. Separation pay, basis of separation pay. First, introduction of labor-saving devices. Redundancy, retrenchment, closure of cessation of business, decease, the employee found to be suffering and whose continued employment is prohibited by law or is prejudicial to his health as well as the health of his co-employees. Employee services. Common types of employee services. Flexible work schedules. These programs are arranged to meet an organization's goals while assisting employees with their personal lives. Example, because of technological advances, some employers allow employees to work from home 1 or several days per week. This gives employees some flexibility to maintain a balanced personal life and continue to successfully complete their work responsibilities. Common types of employee services, we have wellness program. In 2008, the Harvard School of Public Health noted a national study by Harris Interactive showing that 91% of employees believe that they could reduce their health care costs by influencing employees to adapt healthier lifestyles. Many employees offer wellness programs to improve employees' health. This program can be applied in a variety of ways, including reimbursable gym membership costs, on-site fitness facilities and events to promote healthy living and eating, child care services. Working parents having access to a worksite child care center positively affects their ability to successfully concentrate on the job and be productive. Product service discounts. Most individuals keep coupons and shop for sales to save money. Some employers work with local and national retail product and service providers to offer employees discounts for their personal needs. These types of program can include everything from discounts on groceries to purchasing a vehicle at a lower cost. Free or discounted on-site food and drink services such as lunch, snacks, and coffee can also assist employees by saving them time and money. These types of services are often appreciated by employees and can be implemented at little or no cost. That would be all for managing employee benefits and services. Thank you for listening.